What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Are you the first millionaire in your family, like mentally, but yet it hasn't come about here in this world? And you're trying to figure out, what do you need to do? What do I need to do in order for me to become the millionaire that I know that I was destined to be? Well, today is the day that you're going to get that roadmap. You're going to get the understanding of what's necessary, what you can do, what you need to do to be able to not only make that first million, but turn that first million into 5 million, 5 million into 10 million. But at the end of the day, it's not always about the money. However, it does help at the end of the day. And I'm excited because I've been thinking through some things, and even thinking through my roadmap of our first million and the things that we will do to be able to accomplish those things. And doing this video today is going to allow for me to not only tell you what we will do, but even show you how we're going to get to those things. So at the end of the day, I'm excited. And if you're new to the channel, if you would, click that subscribe button. And I'm going to just wait before I ask you to like it, because I want to give you information that you can use and actions that you can do to not only make that first million, but to turn it into more and more and many more, right? But then I ask you to like. However, at the end of the day, when you have an idea, it's fun to figure out what you can do and how you can bring it about. Now, there's two things that are necessary. I love twos. I don't know why, but I love twos. There's two things that we will do, should do, to not only make that first million, but then continue to do it in the long run. And the first thing we have to do is innovate. Now, for those that do know, y'all know I love to make sure we have the right understanding of what words mean. And so in looking up what innovation means, it means something new or different introduced, or in other words, the act of innovating, introduction of a new thing or methods. Now, I get it, right? You may be thinking, oh snap, like there's the innovation. I know I should do it. I have these thoughts, but I don't have the time. Oftentimes we are stuck or limited on what we can do because of the time available to us. Maybe it is that you're working a job that takes a long part of your day, right? You're exhausted by the time you get home, or maybe you're working 2 jobs just to make ends meet, and you're trying to figure out, where can I have time to think, to create, to write, to try to put things together, and so forth and so on. And we're going to talk to that as well. Maybe your thing is like, at the end of the day, when I finally make it home, what I want to do is entertain myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be trying to work another job at home, trying to figure out if something can happen or something will work. Like, I just don't have it. I just don't have it. Or you could come home, right? I've been there before, so I'm talking to you as I talk about me. However, I've come home days after work and thought to myself, oh my goodness, I have nothing left. All I want to do right now is eat and sleep at best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there. I know. We're going to talk through all those various scenarios, because I know the power that innovation will allow for us to be able to create new things, new ideas, and so forth and so on. Now, you may be thinking, I don't have the ability to innovate. I just don't. And I'm going to tell you, you do, because our mind is a creative incubation of a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a well-oiled computer that works when allowed to work, right? And so what do I mean by that? When we go about our day, as we live our lives, we see so many different scenarios and situations taken about around us and going on around us. And I promise you, if you just recall your day, you know what I'm saying? Recall your day and think about how many times you thought to yourself, man, if only this was like that, or if only this worked like that, or if only we had this, or only this was like that, then the world would be a better place, or my day would be better, or this would function just the better, right? You've thought those thoughts. I know I have. For example, you know what I'm saying? As y'all know, our family is out here in South Africa just now, and I see the taxi services, right? And I see people, you know, putting up signs and whatnot of trying to get to different places. And my thought was like, man, like, I wonder, has anybody ever thought about like putting trackers in the various taxis so that people know when they're coming? And maybe, I don't know how it all works, but maybe the one that they take to work is the same one that they can take back home if only they would have a tracker in the taxi service itself, so that boom, when it comes around them, then they know, all right, here's my taxi. This is the one I'm gonna take because it's the one I took, right? Something simple as that came to mind. But you know what I'm saying? It came to mind. Why? Because I'm looking at what's taking place and I'm thinking of solutions of what I would want for things to be better for the next person, right? That's what innovation is. That's what creativity is. And I'm sure if you were to go in your house and just look around, you've been innovative in a certain way, right? There's been something that you have needed that wasn't there, that you just said, let me just do it like this, or let me just do it like that. Well, I'm telling you, that's a product or that's a service, right? Like, I know a lot of people cook and you have great recipes and you have great things that you love and your family love. Now, if those groups of people love it, I'm sure other people do as well. One thing while being out here that I thought about, that I was like, man, it would be great if it was available, is pap making kits. Now, it may be out there, I just haven't come about it. I'm not a big shopper. However, what I do know is that a lot of people here make pap. Now, it's a traditional South African food to my people that are watching that are not from South Africa or living in South Africa. However, it's a dish, it's a food that's made in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be in the northern part of South Africa and it's cooked differently than the people in the southern part of South Africa. But if there was a kit on making pap, I believe that thing would blow up, because I know the Jones family, we tried to make it and it didn't turn out the way I've seen it done before. However, if there was a kit with instructions, you know what I'm saying? Boom, there's an idea. But I'm telling you, innovations happen just like that, because simply it's creating something new or it's redesigning what already is. And we're gonna talk about ways in which we've done some innovations as a family on the latter part, but you know what I'm saying, stay tuned, tap in, because at the end of the day, innovation is what you create based off of the thoughts that you had. And if you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm busy, I'm tired when I get home, or I feel exhausted when I finally make it home, here's the thing that you should do is look in your day. 24 hours is allotted to everybody that is still breathing on this earth, right? And find a time that you can have. Maybe it's early in the morning. Now, I get it. Everybody's not a morning person. However, you have to find a time where you can be with you. You can think the thoughts and allow the thoughts that you think to be able to start to materialize, right? Maybe you have a thought and you start to pin it down, write it down. And maybe from pin it down, writing it down, you start doing diagrams, or you start doing research, looking up online to see if there's anything out there like that that you have come to writing down, you know what I'm saying? And then you just build from there. But I'm not gonna leave you just with those thoughts, because the second part of what's necessary is collaboration, okay? This is a roadmap that I'm gonna take, this is a roadmap that we've been taking, and this is a roadmap that we can do. Once we think thoughts and we innovate and we start to pin things down, because I definitely wanna make sure I leave you with that thought of writing down the thoughts that you have, because if you just leave it here, then it can escape. You know what I'm saying? Life happens, situations happen, challenges happen, and you could lose thought to what came to mind. However, if you pen or jot down in your phone, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of notes in my phone of various things that have come to my mind that I can always go back to. However, because I wrote them down, I'm able to do so. So make sure you do that. But once you have those things in mind, once you have this idea and you're like, man, this could be the next best thing, or man, if only I can get this to take off, what you have to do, what we will do, is collaborate, okay? Now, I understand collaboration isn't a word that is often used, and therefore I have a definition for it. Collaboration is the act or process of working together or cooperating. Or in other words, a product resulting from working together or cooperating. So cooperation is done when there is more than one person, two or more people coming together with an innovative idea or with a solution or a change, putting their minds together, putting their creativity together, putting their abilities together to create something. So I already know what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? You may be wondering how you know what I'm thinking. Well, I know what you're thinking because I thought the thought too. The thought came to mind when I had different ideas and so forth and so on, is if only I knew person X, or if only I was in a circle within Y, then I would be able to accomplish or do whatever comes to mind. Or the thought could be, I don't know anybody that's around me that's trying to get to where I'm going or do what I'm doing. Those were thoughts that I had. Those were challenges that I had to battle through and battle with as various innovation ideas and thoughts came to mind that I wanted to accomplish and to do. Well, let me stop you by saying there are a lot of people that are around you that would love to put together ideas to create something grand, greater than what they already have. Believe it or not, we as people know the power of working together, of communicating, of building, of what we're able to strategize and create when we come together. And so just think, Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, what did he do? He looked around him to see who was around him, where he was, to create the Facebook that we see. Now, as time went about, yes, they started to add other people and the organization started to grow as it grew, right? But it all started with those that were around them. Think about, Steve Jobs. He did things with those that were around him. Bill Gates with Windows. He started with those that were around him. Jeff Bezos, the list goes on. The people that we marvel and look at and say, man, if only I had their life, or if only I had those opportunities, they all came about because they collaborated with people that were around them. My question for you is, who's around you? What community do you have around you that you can collaborate with, that you can put your ideas with, their ideas and capabilities to create something greater and grander than you could even imagine? And that's even like the power of synergy, which I love synergizing within the right environments, because synergy lets us know that, or it's the concept that when you put two things together, whether it's people, organizations, or atoms, what they are able to do is exponentially greater than what they're individually able to do. And so when we collaborate, when we synergize within the right environment, within or with the right people, sky's the limit, right? And so start to think, start to look around. It may not be a coincidence as you're bumping into people, or if you're meeting people, or if you're finding yourself in circles that you didn't imagine that you could. It could be because of the idea that been on the inside of you trapped, you know what I'm saying? On the inside of you could be that $1 million, million rand, million, you name the currency idea that's just been dormant, that's been sitting, that's been waiting to incubate or come to life or be created with that environment, with those new people, you know what I'm saying? Or reach out. You'll be surprised with the people that you'll be able to work with if you just simply reach out. Hey, here's a way. Hey, my name is boom. You know your name. Let them know your name because they don't know you. I have this thought around X, right? Obviously, you don't want to give too much of the information because then they could just run off and do it without you. However, I have this idea and I know that you're the person to aid, to help, or maybe we can just even strategize, brainstorm of ways in which my next step could go about for me to create item X. You know what I'm saying? And boom, y'all start collaborating, y'all start talking, y'all start chatting, whether it's in the DMs, emails, or in person. However, collaborate. Oftentimes, the things that we don't create is because we try to do so by ourselves. Nobody that you know that is well off in life have done so by themselves. We all need people. I am because you are. I can create because we can create. We is greater than me. You name it, you list it, it's all the same. The point is we need other people to be able to do what's on the inside of us to do. And truth be told, they need us just as much as we need them, because when we put our ideas together, that is when the aha moments take place. That is when the oh snap, wait a minute, boom shaka laka, let's do it takes place. However, it's when two thoughts to come together, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know the other side of a thing unless you bring somebody that can think of that other side. So no longer do we have to think we can't collaborate. No longer do we have to think there's nobody around me. No. Start with those that are in your close proximity and build and grow from there. You know what I'm saying? But then even just to bring it closer, right? Because I not only love to talk, right, but I love to give examples because it helps to bring things about. A lot of people have asked us, hey, Ricky, hey, Chrystle, how has it that your family channel has grown so much, so fast? And here's the secret. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the Joneses. We love to share. We love to give because we know it'll build and help the next person. Those two things that I've shared today, innovation and collaboration, has been the ingredients for success of the channel as well as for our life in general. What does it look like? Well, as you all know, we started a podcast while living here for the love of SA, which is on our family channel, which is where you are right now. Subscribe, I'm sure you've already done so. However, what we have done innovative wise is that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? I scroll through YouTube, I'm on YouTube watching just as much as I'm creating, and I've seen people, The Real South Africa and others, do first impression videos or just videos in general sharing how people have felt or what people have thought about visiting here in South Africa, right? And with us being here, I thought to myself and having conversation with others, man, it would be great for other people to have an understanding of what it's like being here, what it's like touching the soil here in the continent, you know what I'm saying, but here specifically in this country, and then talking through what it's like meeting people, what it's like of the beauty that people get to see, the architecture, the landscaping, so forth and so on, and even talk through opportunities that are here, largely because I know what I was looking for as I was considering making the move, but then I know as well in talking to other South Africans what the thoughts are, what the going conversation is about, hey, why move here? Or, man, I would have moved there as opposed to you moving here. Or what was your thoughts about Africa, the continent, before even moving here? I've had all those conversations and I've had all those talks. I put it all together and now we have the podcast. And the collaboration comes because on those podcasts, it's with other people. That's the collaboration aspect of it. And so when you put those things together, the channel grows because not only am I putting out, not only are we putting out videos, but we're also putting it out with somebody that already has an audience or people that are interested into them or people that maybe have the same thoughts as them. Boom. They come to the channel, they see other content. Collaboration looks like as well with other South Africans. That was fun, you know what I'm saying? And it is fun talking with other South Africans just to talk to them about what they think about people moving to the country, Americans moving to the country, what they think about and how they had to grow up here and the experiences that they had and where they are now and the places and things that they want to do going forward. All those things are not only innovative because it's a tweak to what already is, but it's also collaborative because we bring other people on to the channel to share their experiences. Just like that, the channel started to grow. Those videos are probably the most viewed videos that we've done while living here. And it's a beautiful thing. It came through because of innovation and collaboration, right? And the list goes on from our various other business ventures and so forth and so on, even the things that we look to do. It will take place. It will grow through an innovative idea, right? Taking something that is, because as humans, truth be told, we love like what we already know. There's comfort there. So just tweak what already is, you know what I'm saying? Just like shirts. How can clothing lines come out with new models, new ideas, new creations each and every year? They just tweak what already is, right? Maybe they take a regular shirt and put holes in it. Boom. Oh, I got a new shirt. I got an innovative idea. Bro, you just put holes in a good shirt. But people buy it, you know what I'm saying? Or they turn a skinny shirt into a big shirt and then boom. I remember when the phase of tall tees was a thing. I, myself, 5'6", 5'7", if I'm wearing boots, was wearing a tall tee. What I look like wearing a tall tee? I'm gonna tell you. I look like a man that was wearing a loose dress at best, you know what I'm saying? But that was the style. That was the innovative ideal of that day, and that's what I bought. All that to say, you don't have to do much, right? You have an idea, you have a thought that is good and grand right where it is. Maybe you just need somebody to collaborate with to bring it to life, right? And as I've always said, the Joneses, we're here for you. We're here with you, specifically to the people in South Africa, but even to those that are watching from abroad. We're all about building community and safe spaces for not only ideas to grow, but people to grow, even as they're taking their one step of faith, right? Quick plug for One Step, you know, Say United. I'll put a link down below as that is continued to build. However, in it all, with it all, great people. Innovate, collaborate, grow. That, my friends, is the roadmap to your first million. And then that will be, as you repeated, the roadmap to the 5 million year, 10 million year. You know what I'm saying? You name your currency. And at the end of the day, It's not like we're trying to get money to be able to say we're better than somebody, we're greater than somebody, or we're looking down on anybody. No, the ability to have money and the ability to have wealth is to be able to bless others, to be able to reach more people, to be able to aid where it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? And so don't be scared of money. Don't be fearful of money. Money is a useful tool that allows for change, growth, and opportunities for those that when it's in its right hands, when it's within the right people, it does take place that way. And I believe if you're watching this long into the video, you're one of them people that deserves the millions and would do the right things with it. So in it all, with it all, great people, let's innovate. Let's collaborate. Let's be great. And we gonna grow, and we gonna do all and see all that we desire to accomplish here in this world, in our lifetime, that then we'll be able to leave a legacy to those that are following behind us. So I love you all, great people. I appreciate you all for tapping in and tuning in with this video, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, peace.